start.
Well, we're going to give this a try again. I've tried, this is my third attempt. First time it didn't show up on the card of videoing what I've been doing. Second time I had no sound. I got a video with no sound and you'll see my hands waving around, so that's kind of worthless. So this time I'm going to try it again. I got the sound working, I believe, and I think I've got everything going, so I'm going to go ahead and start the generator, put light inside. I'm going to set the camera down. Oh, gotcha. All right, we'll put some light in here. Okay, I got a big mess going on from all the work. It's going to be a dump run coming up, probably. Oh, geez, I'd like to do it tomorrow, but I don't know if I've got the time to do it. Let me get some more light in here. All right. Yeah, so there's a lot of tools around here from all the stuff out of storage. Why don't you stay up there this time? Attaboy. Attaboy. A lot of tools, a lot of insulation. I'm going to do a quick rundown on what this insulation's for. This water tank right here is going to be completely enclosed all the way with a lid on it, and I'll insulate it with R21 all the way around it. Right over against that wall right in there, I'm going to cut a hole in there, and I'll put in a button fan, and that'll bring in warm air in here so that this tank doesn't freeze with water. Otherwise, I got a 600-gallon popsicle. So I don't want that. I've got to run a little bit more electrical wire up against this wall inside and then up above and across the top for overhead lighting. I do have some wiring in right now. I've got to run some overhead wires up on top and drop down and put some overhead lighting in, which will be done this afternoon. I've got to get that done before I put the insulation down. I want that in. And I'm right now in the midst of finishing off the ceiling. All of these walls will be insulated with all these bats, and I can put it in from the outside. Of course, I have to move my entire life out of the way. And then I will take a vapor barrier, staple it over top of it to keep it sealed off, and that'll give a little bit more of a dead air space in there. So let's take you up inside, show you how this goes. Again, clutter everywhere. Still got a bunch of junk out here. But that's a construction site, and I'm only one person, so it takes time. So the step is, yeah, you don't want to do this on a 3-beer night. Okay, so walls are in. Now there's some gaps. You'll see the seams like this. These seams are going to be all covered up with bats that'll run down, cover them completely, also give it a little more airtight. Yeah, I missed the stud over there. Well, it's no problem. It's all going to be cabinets covering that all up. The ceiling's got some gaps. I'm going to go ahead and put the molding in all the way around. Ceiling molding and the wall moldings and the floor moldings are all going to be done. That's a winter project, by the way. I'm not going to be too overly concerned right now. I just want to get the insulation in, the electrical in, and I can go do other things outside for this coming month. Then through the winter months, I'll go ahead and do all the finish work and the cabinetry work and the counters. The sink is going to go here. This is all going to be counter space all the way down. Well, there's going to be a stove right here. Counter space, overhead cabinets, pantry cabinets here, and I'm going to put a light switch here with an outlet, and there's another one. I think there's loops on the outside. I'm going to put a switch in here, and that's where the overhead light's going to come over and probably center right off of this joist right here that you can see. So that'll be where the light hangs, and that'll be right directly over the sink. And I'm going to put some under counter lights underneath all the LEDs, and that way I can work on the countertops while cooking. Bedroom's back over here. It's a studio. It's not going to have any walls inside. I'm going to go ahead and keep it that way so it's open for the stove to heat up the entire place, and the stove's going to sit right about there. But it's coming along. I'm going to finish off the ceiling and the electrical today and move all the stuff out so I can get the insulation on the back side walls and be done with it and start giving it the barrier on it. So that's pretty much where I'm at. I've got a lot of work, wood to mill down to put on the floors. I'm going to do all that too, probably through the course of the winter. I don't think I'm going to tackle that right now. I've got to go up and cut a lot of wood. They're just about ready to lift the ban on chainsawing up in the mountains. As most of you know, the whole place up here has been on fire, and there's been a ban on using chainsaws, and for obvious reasons. So yeah, got to get a lot of things unloaded out of this trailer by the end of the week. I'm heading Monday back over the hill to go back over and pick up the rest of my storage stuff, which will be another trailer load or another truck load, motorcycle in the back also. And it'll be great to move out of the shed. It'll be like I'm living in a castle. Well, it will be my castle. Alright, that's it. Today is Wednesday the 20th, and I'll put this up in a few hours when I take a lunch break. Really, I had a bad problem with the camera a couple days in a row, so sorry about that. Sorry about the delay, but we'll get to it. Alright, friends, we'll see you later. Take care.